What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and I am here with a beautiful Axanthic 66% het albino or 66% het snow, however you want to say it, carpet python. This is one of my holdbacks from 2018, but lucky for you guys out there, I have a whole clutch of 2018 double het snow stuff that is going to become available on Morph Market, and I'm going to show off some of these things to you, how they've been growing and improving. Look at this girl. This girl's a lot bigger because she's a holdback. She's been getting fed a little heavier. But I have albino stuff, het Axanthic. I have Axanthic het albino. I have double het snow stuff. So let's take a look and see some of the beautiful babies I have, and then we'll check out and see if there's any eggs been laid or any other good stuff going on in the snake room. All right, there's always a surprise when you walk into the snake room. Look who I found, just walking on the ground. Or walking. I wish you could walk. Slithering along the ground here. This is a 2019 hatchling who belongs in this in this rack up there. I haven't even figured out what he really is. I think he's got some hurricane in him. He was from a GHI Mojave bred to a spider hurricane. This stuff tells me it's hurricane. I don't know what. Mojave hurricane? I don't know. It's not a normal. I don't know what it is. I'm open to suggestions. There's no way this can be a normal. I mean, it looks like Mojave to me. Maybe Mojave hurricane. I don't know. But that makes a lot of sense now when I open up the rack here. And I see there's still a mouse in there from yesterday. So, obviously you can't eat a mouse if you're not in your tub. Oh, man. All right. Let's get back to work. All right, we're going to feed my Paradigm Blood female here. See if she's ready to eat. She definitely needs a cage clean. All right, she grabbed that. Really nice. Excellent. We're going to try to feed my blood, 66% het leopard. She loves to eat. All right, she grabbed it. Very nice. She's putting on some nice size. Hopefully next year she'll breed. All right, here's my albino sterling female. She's been putting on nice size too. Good. She's got another nice meal in her. Once again, I don't feed my boas, oversized meals. I don't feed any of my snakes big meals. I might feed them a little more frequently sometimes, especially when they're growing, but I don't give them huge meals. So maybe some people just give them big meals less frequently. I just think that they digest better if it's a smaller meal. All right, today is carpet day here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas, and here is a gorgeous male carpet that is albino and is 66% het Axanthic, which is a gene that removes yellows. So it's also known as 66% het snow. So the snow carpet python, which I will show you one a little later, is an albino Axanthic. So it's the albino that removes all the dark pigment. Axanthic removes yellows. As we found out, it doesn't remove all the yellows, it removes most of them. And so you get almost a white snake with a little bit of yellow in it. This is just a gorgeous albino. Look at those eyes. This male is available. I am finally going to list these carpets. This is a 2018. I have a 2019 clutch that's growing up now that I should be listing. I don't like to sell the carpets that quickly because they really, I mean, he's just getting his colors now. And he's almost 2 years old. So this guy is be ready to breed, in the spring for sure. And I'll show you some females I have too, some Axanthic females that are putting on some nice size as well. And I have some double hets too. So this male though is really nice. And in this sunlight today, this natural light, you can really get a good idea of what he looks like. Hit me up. I'm gonna list him on Morph Market, I promise you. I know I've been saying that for 100 years, but I'm going to. This is my albino, 66% het snow. This is a 66% double het snow. It means it's 66% het Axanthic, 66% het albino. She's put on some really nice size. she will make a great pet and she'll make a great breeder. She's at that point where she's bulletproof. She eats like a fiend, and she is very, very handleable. Somebody stick a camera in her face. Wow, look at that. That is pretty cool. Yeah, they don't like camera. The carpet pythons and the olive pythons, I find, do not like cameras in their faces. The ball pythons don't really care. Yeah, but she's a really nice looking snake, and like I said, price is right, so hit me up, let me know. Once again, these are 2018, so these things can be ready to breed within a year or so. So, big advantage. I've been raising them up nice and slow. You can see they're really nice and lean and muscular, very healthy. All right, guys, this is a 66% het snow, or 66% het albino, 66% het Axanthic. Once again, we know that because the parents were both 100% het albino Axanthics. So when you breed two together and you don't get a visual, you know that they're 66% hets. Now this female definitely has some good size in her. Once again, she's going to be available for purchase. I had to move her up to a bigger cage because she's gotten so big. And once again, I'm totally feeding. I would say I'm underfeeding them, but probably most carpet python breeders would say I'm feeding them perfectly right. They get fed usually every week a small meal, or every other week a slightly larger meal. And they're putting good size on. Once again, staying very lean. And she's just got some really nice coloring to her. Look at that belly. This is a great snake. I mean, if you like a snake that can move around and climbs, these are perfect little pets or perfect breeders, and both. Once again, you can produce a visual snow using this female if you hit on both the Axanthic and the albino. Obviously, because it is non-visual, it's going to be much more affordable too. So check her out. She's like I said, got some really cool size on her. I'm going to put her up for sale. Really like her. I almost want to keep her, but I'm going to keep the visuals for myself, or a couple of visuals. I'm going to keep an albino visual het Axanthic and an Axanthic het albino probably, and from this litter. But I have a bunch to sell because I had a bunch of them. And then of course we have the 2019 litter that's will come up right after that for sale. So we have a lot of carpet pythons available now. I'm going to finally make them available for sale. I wanted them to get to that bulletproof stage so that people can buy them and really, really enjoy them. All right, guys, here is an Axanthic 66% het albino female. Once again, she's available too. She's gorgeous. You could tell the Axanthics by the eyes. If you look at the eyes, you can see that silver eye. When you see that silver eye, you know that's an Axanthic, because the Axanthic gene it's really an incomplete dominant. The single gene form, you could definitely tell something's a little different, like the last snake I just showed you. That's probably more than likely what we would call a het Axanthic, which is really just a non-visual, is not a fully visual Axanthic. When you have the two copies of the gene, which we kind of call the homozygous form, you get that silver metallic-y eyes, and you get the black and white look completely. But this is a really, really nice one. I really love this girl. I was thinking about keeping her actually, but I'm going to make her available for sale. She's once again really well started. She'll pretty much eat anything you give her. To be honest with you, I feed them either small rats or I feed them, big extra, like usually jumbo or extra large mice. And once again, because I'm slow growing them. These are snakes that are going to be given or put up for sale. So there's no reason for me to super feed them. And I think carpets just do better when you underfeed them a little bit. The males especially. The females, if you're looking to breed them, you want to start feeding them. And that's why you saw that big girl they had before. She was a lot bigger than the rest of the clutch because I've been feeding her a little heavier. But they don't need a lot of food. They grow no matter what you do. If you put food in them, they grow. I promise you. She's got some nice little striping along the side there. So this is a girl that you might be interested in. Hit me up. All right, guys. Here is my snow carpet male. He's going into the breeding rotation this coming fall. He's definitely got enough size on him now. He's nice and lean. I wanted to bring him out here in the natural light so you can kind of get an idea. He's almost white, and that's the whole thing. The albino gene removes all the dark pigments, all the melanin. The axanthic gene removes most of the yellows, not all of them. There's still, if you look really closely, there's still a little bit of yellowish faint. It almost looks like someone turned the opacity down and took away that dark, banded yellow that was in there. So the trick would be to remove the little bit of yellow that's left. Now you can do that with the hypo gene, which is relatively new to the US, or the caramel gene. I'm trying to do that this year with the caramel gene. We'll see. We got a clutch on the ground. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if we do produce somehow by miracle, if the gods bless us, we produce a snow caramel, we can call that, I guess, a moon glow, technically. And we'll see what it looks like, especially if it looks white. So this is the goal. All those snakes I've been showing you, prior to this, the goal is to make this. So the albino had axanthics, the axanthic had albinos, the double het snows will all potentially make this. So if you like what you're seeing here, and this is something that is, gets you excited, like it does me, look at those eyes, then you could get involved in the project. Now the great thing is, once again, is these snakes that I'm selling are 2018s. So they're almost 2 years old already. And that gives you a huge head start. The males are ready to breed. The females, probably you might be able to squeeze out this coming season, or maybe more likely probably the following year. So, but that's a huge head start. Let me tell you something, the first year of a carpet python's life is a real pain in the neck, because a lot of times they don't eat, and when they do eat, they're eating very small prey items. They don't grow that fast. You have to be very patient. They're very fragile, and you have to just almost not even think about them, because their colors stink. When they hit the 1 year mark, everything changes. They go through that ontogenetic color change. They start getting their adult colors. They start eating better, and once they start putting a little bit of size on, that's when you can start feeding them, especially the females, and get them up a little bigger. So this male, once again, slow grown. I didn't push him. I could have tried to breed him this year. I didn't want to. He's just too awesome, and so we gave him the year extra to put on the size he wants, and he will go into the breeding rotation next year. Just an exquisite looking male. And if you want to make one, you know how to do it now. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the little look into my carpet python collection. The 2018 clutch is, like I said, ready to go. I have my holdbacks. I'm only holding back two, the snow male and one of the female axanthics. Everything else is up for grabs. So we have two great albino het, or 66% het axanthic males. We have a bunch of axanthic het albino females, and then we have a bunch of double hets. We have actually mostly double het females. So this is a good opportunity. If you want to get in on a project that you can start breeding maybe within a year and a half, this is it. Here's your chance. I held it back and did all the hard work already, guys. Once again, I just like to present different types of stuff to you. I don't talk about the carpets that much, and I know a lot of the carpet people love when I talk about the carpets. Hopefully, I have some really interesting clutches coming up this year. 2 are in the incubator already. I'm waiting for 1 more, and they could be some epic clutches if I hit some good odds. So the carpet python is something I kind of did on the quiet and just took my time, because I knew there were snakes that had to be a little older to breed, and I had to have a little more patience with. So I just bought what I wanted. I bought the good stuff, and I just grew them up slowly, put them together. Had some good successes, with one of the females so far. I produced that snow, 2 years ago. And then the other clutch is really, I lost a couple snakes along the way. A lot of sometimes these carpets get tumors and, things go wrong. So all the projects don't always go as planned. But so far this year, knock on wood, if we get some eggs hatching in the incubator in another, 45 days or so, we could have some nice stuff. So if you have any questions on carpet pythons, you want me to do any more specific type videos on that, put them in the comments below. Hit your subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit that like button, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning.